Hi friends, Krista here. Thanks for stopping by Books and Jams. I am starting out holding the camera because today is going to be round 2 of organizing my shelves. And I've heard you. You guys all said that you wanted a longer video. So my plan today is to start with this shelf up here. I had already moved some over, so we've got a little hole. So I'm going to start with this one and then hopefully do this whole third row. So hopefully 4 compartments today, and we're going to see how long that takes. And I'm excited because there's a lot kind of double stacked and all around. There's a lot to go through. And just a reminder, if you missed episode 1, then I will have that linked down below. But the goal is from each compartment to unhaul at least 5 books. That was relatively easy for the first 2. I did that pretty easily. It may not be as easy for all of the shelves. We're going to see how it goes. If for some reason I get to a shelf where I cannot find 5, I can go back to any of the other ones and pull from there until I reach 5. So the goal is 5 represented for each compartment, even if I have to go back to an earlier shelf. I've decided to add that on because there's a couple others from the first 2 shelves that I'm like, oh, I could have probably gotten rid of that one too, but we'll see. So I'm going to turn the camera around and we're going to start with this one up here, see if I can come up with 5 books to unhaul. Yikes. Okay, let's take a look at what is on this shelf. We'll put these down here for now. So we've got this Jessica Fellowes Mitford Murders. I believe this is the start of a series. I'm not sure. We've got Paris Never Leaves You. I don't remember where that came from. This is an anticipated read. Last Heir to Blackwood Libraries. I'm definitely keeping that. And I like Fiona Davis. I've actually read 2 now. So I've read The Address and I haven't read these 3, but I'm keeping them all together. Typically, I keep my read books out in the other room, but because these are all the same author, I'm keeping them together. You know what? I'm going to unhaul this one, Love Walked In. This has been on my shelves for easily more than 7 years, and I've never picked it up. So that's the first one for sure. We've got News of Our Loved Ones. I don't know what that is. Orphan Sisters. Orphan is a buzzword for me, and I think this was an anticipated read too. Lady Sunshine, I think, came in a book box. Saints of Swallow Hill is a recent purchase. Here is where I'm going to get to the unhauls, I think. I'm not sure I'm interested in reading all of these Daphne du Maurier books. I've read My Cousin Rachel and I've read Rebecca, but I don't think I care about Frenchman's Creek, The King's General, and Marianne. So I think this is going to be my 5 unhaul right there. I'm just going to get rid of them. But let's see if there's any others. Wanderlust was an anticipated read. I just picked that one up from Pango. Accidental Odyssey is a sequel. I didn't love Around the World in 80 Days, so I'm not sure about this one. I need to look that up on Goodreads. Washington Black, I definitely want to keep. We've got a couple kind of fun rom-coms. Sadie on a Plate, Lucy Checks In, Auschwitz Lullaby. The Girls of Ennismore still looks interesting to me. Maud, I know, doesn't have the greatest rating on Goodreads, but I am still interested. It's Ella Montgomery book. A Novel of Zelda Fitzgerald. I don't care about that. Unhaul pile. Bitter Greens by Kate Forsyth, I believe, is a fairy tale retelling, but honestly, it's huge and I don't care. Send for Me by Lauren Fox, I think, is a World War II historical fiction. And I love Lisa Genova, but I've not yet read Inside the O'Briens. Okay, let me organize what's left and I'll get back to you. Okay, and here's how it ended up. I moved back over the D book, The Lost Love Song by Minnie Drake, Dark. I moved that back over from here because this one was already getting a little more full because I had to add a Patty Callahan Henry book. Anyways, sorry. So this looks very much better. And then I brought up from the next shelf this stack of Hazel Gaynor books because I took away the stack of Daphne du Maurier books. And I brought up another G book by Michelle Gable, I'll See You in Paris. So there it is, shelf number 3, looking good. And that brings us over to this shelf, which looks a little better because I did take away the Hazel Gaynor books and these were all kind of on top and stuffed in. So let's see what we have and if I can find 5 to unhaul. Obviously I'm keeping this Lisa Genova. I would really like to read The Midnight Library. I don't know what this is. Without a Hitch, we'll see. T. Greenwood is an author I'd really like to try. I know Lena from Lena's Bookshelves really likes her. So I have Grace and the Golden Hour, another Sally Hepworth book that was on my want to read list. Things we keep, I'm going to keep that one. Bermondsey Bookshop, historical fiction set in a bookshop. Of course, I'm going to read that. Annalise, I think this is a Anne Frank kind of retelling. What if Anne Frank survived the Holocaust? That sounds interesting to me. My Name is Eva by Suzanne Goldring. I don't know what that one is. Joanna Goodman is an author that I really like. I'm keeping those 2. Bluebird was, I believe, Melissa from Libraries and Labrador's favorite book last year. My mom sent me this. I'm keeping that one. Forgotten Home Child. I love the cover. Definitely want to read that. What is this? Came in a book box too, I think. Oh yeah, I got this in my Advent box from Once Upon a Book Club. Heard it in a love song. I have liked another book by Tracy Garvis Gray, so I'm curious about that. A book about books, The Book Charmer, keeping that. Guys, we don't have any yet. The Murder at Mr. Wickham was an anticipated read. Definitely interested in that. The Heiress is Molly Greeley, and I really want to try a Molly Greeley book because hers are kind of retellings as well, and this one is a Pride and Prejudice retelling. Bad Luck Bridesmaid was from Bestie's reading retreat rom-com. Do I need to read it? No, but I'm curious. 2 Rivers and Grace. I have 2 Grace. Now that I see it, I like this cover better, I think. This is a good cover too, but I don't need 2 of the same book, so there goes 1. Sweet. The House at the End of the Moor definitely looks like a book I want to read. Heather Gutenkopf is an author I really enjoy, so we've got One Breath Away, Little Mercies, and The Weight of Silence. Summer of Broken Things is a Margaret Peterson Haddix. I think it's a YA. I like her fantasy middle grade, but I don't think I need to read this one. So we'll put that in the pile. Matt Haig, How to Stop Time, I definitely want to read. Lost Orphan, Orphan is in the title. I'm going to read that one. Girl in the Red Coat by Kate Hamer. House of Lost Wives was an anticipated read. And The Overdue Life of Amy Byler, a bookish book. Okay, yikes. So I only have 2 so far. I guess we'll take these. 3, 4, 5. Bad Luck Bridesmaids, Without a Hitch, and My Name is Eva. Yikes. I feel a little bad about that, but not really. I have enough other rom-coms. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay getting rid of those 3. So here's the 5 that I'm getting rid of. And let me go ahead and alphabetize and clean that up a little bit. Okay, I'm not going to have any horizontal books on this shelf, so it just looks like this. All alphabetized, nice and neat. I did pull over some more H's. So Exiles by Jane Harper I pulled over. Karen Harper, American Duchess I pulled over. And a Kristen Harmel I pulled over. And Emma, Dear Emma by Katie Haney I pulled over. So they fit. There's a little bit of room, which I kind of like. It looks good. And we're moving right on to this shelf, which already looks a little better because I moved some over. But let's take a look. I was going to move this one over, the turtle catcher, because it would fit right in there, but I'm going to unhaul this one. The War Outside I moved over here, and I do have another Monica Hesse book, The Girl in the Blue Coat. So I need to try that author and see if I like her. I don't know. We've got 2 Anthony Horowitz books. I'm keeping those. The Book of Unknown Americans, I'm not sure I'm interested in. We'll see. I'll keep that out. Georgette Heyer, I would really like to try her. This is a YA duology The Great Hunt and The Great Pursuit. I heard good things about it way back in the day, but I've never had the urge to pick it up, but I'm not sure I'm quite ready to unhaul it. We'll see. They Went Left is another Monica Hesse book. Goes with that one. Those three. Now I have 3 by that author. I really need to try her out. Keeper of Lost Things is another one that I've had for a long time and never had the urge to pick up. We'll see about that one. The Other Alcott, I believe, is an Alcott sister book, so definitely interested in that. And I love Khaled Hosseini, so I'm keeping that. We have a Kristen Harmel book. Actually, I think she went over on the other side, and I'm keeping Kristen Harmel because I love her, so that can fit in that empty space. Fills up that row. Perfect. Then I have a Kristen Hanna stack. So I've read The Great Alone, I've read Winter Garden, I've read The Nightingale, but I don't think I've read any of those, and I'm keeping them because I really enjoy Kristen Hanna's storytelling. So I'll keep those ones. Orphan X, I'm not sure about that. I think I picked this one up, and also Zelda, the Z one, because of the alphabet reading challenge, but do I need to keep this one? I don't think so. I'm going to put that in the unhaul. So there's 2 definites already. We've got these Jessie Q. Sutanto. Oh, so this is not on the right shelf anyway. Abby Jimenez is up here, though. We've got The Friend Zone, Life's Too Short, and the Happy Ever playlist. I'm definitely keeping those. To the Bright Edge of the World. I really liked The Snow Child by this author. I've not really heard anyone talk about this. It's kind of chunky, but I really think I'm going to like her writing. Let me look at that one. And then Miss Benson's Beetle, I'm very interested in. And The Weight of Ink was also a recommendation at one point, but I've never had the urge to pick it up. Let me take a look at these a little bit more and decide. I need 3 more. So I have 2. I've got a couple pulled out. Actually, you know what? Let's just get rid of that one. Let's get rid of that one. And out of these 2, no, you know what? Let's just get rid of this duology, The Great Hunt and The Great Pursuit. Oh, I only need 1 more. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go back up to the shelf and get rid of Hairpin Bridge. I don't care that much about a thriller. I'd rather keep the other ones. So let me organize this, but here's my stack. Hairpin Bridge, the first time I had to go back to an earlier shelf. Book of Unknown Americans, Keeper of Lost Things, Orphan X, and The Turtle Catcher I'm getting rid of. Let me clean those up, and I'll be right back. All right, and there we have it, all cleaned up and nice. They're looking so good. Yay! All right, 1 more to do. Let's go for this 4th one for the day. Stephen King I just got, and honestly guys, this shelf is going to be pretty easy because I think I'm going to get rid of all my Pam Jenoff books. I know that's a big thing, but I never reach for these. I might. Yeah, I just don't care about any of these. So there's my 5. There's my 5 to unhaul right there. Let's see if there are any others. I'm going to put these up with the rest of the unhaul ones. All right, let's see. Pull these. Yeah, historical librarian, keeping. This one takes place in Turkey, the Oracle of Istanbul. I am interested enough to hold on to it for a little bit. Let's put that King one back over here to hold these up. House of Eve, I love Sadiko Johnson. Orphan in the title, keeping that. This is a Pride and Prejudice retelling, keeping that. A Little Women duology retelling, keeping those. Orphan, again in the title. More Than We Can Tell is a YA sequel. I really loved the first book, but honestly, the first book was enough for me. I'm going to unhaul this one too. Baker's Secret, I'm interested in. Unlikely Adventures of the Shergill Sisters. Light Over London, Garden of England. Oh, look at how cute this is. I need to find a way to hang that little, ooh. Okay. Lost Roses, definitely keeping. Home for Airing and Outcast Girls. Orphan, Monster Spy is another YA historical. My cousin's daughter recommended this to me, and I'm curious enough to hold on to it. But I can unhaul this one, the bean trees. I don't care. I didn't love Poisonwood Bible, and I just don't care about that one. So another historical bookshop one, Jane Eyre kind of retelling, and then Mary Kubica I'm interested in. I read The Good Girl a long time ago. This might not be an author for me, but I'm going to keep those for now. So let me straighten these up. I probably have to bring some up from another shelf to fill it in, but I will be back in a moment. All right, here is the final look at this shelf. I ended up having to bring up, we ended Kubica, quite a few from the next shelf. Starting here, The Secret Daughter of the Tsar I brought up The Librarian of Burned Books, another historical librarian book. Stephen Lawhead, Flight of Dreams is this Ariel Lawhon that I really like. 2 Stacey Lee books, including one that I just recently hauled. Red Island House I bought at an independent bookstore this past fall, or past spring, and then Wait for Me by Caroline Leach. So that looks really good, actually. All 4 that I did today are looking so good. Then you get to the bottom half of my shelves. All the tchotchke stuff needs to get spread back out, and I will show you that later. But for now, these look good. And the nice thing is this is my unhaul pile, and I was supposed to have 20 by the end of today, and I have 25 to unhaul. So did good. I did good. All right, and that is going to wrap things up for me today. Hopefully you enjoyed a little bit longer version of me organizing my shelves. I obviously still have more of these videos coming your way. I really enjoy cleaning up my shelves and going through and prioritizing a few things and just making space and getting more excited about what's actually on my shelves. I would love to chat with you in the comments down below. If you saw any books that you don't think are going to be a Krista book, if you think that I should add that to my unhaul pile as well, let me know. Or if you see anything that you think you want me to read sooner rather than later, let me know that as well. We'll see what we can do. But that is going to be it for me today. I really appreciate you being here, and I look forward to chatting with you in another video very soon. Bye.